Chegou a hora de você conhecer o locutor canadense Rich Jones. Ele trabalha para as principais agências de publicidade internacionais e acabou vindo para o Brasil para passar só alguns meses. Se apaixonou pelo nosso país e acabou ficando por aqui. Bom, a solução foi acabar gravando esses comerciais daqui do Brasil mesmo. Vamos ver? É isso aí, gente. Então chegou a hora da gente conhecer o Rich Jones, tá aqui do meu lado, tudo bem?
Hello, tudo bem? E você?
Tudo bom, tá vendo? Ele fala muito bem o português. O Rich mora no Brasil há 9 anos e fala muito bem o português, só que por opção a gente vai fazer a entrevista assim. Eu pergunto em português e ele responde em inglês, porque ele se sente mais à vontade para poder falar sobre tudo, né, que a gente vai conversar aqui, falando em inglês ainda, né?
Exatamente.
Bom, Rich, eu queria que primeiro você falasse pra gente por que você veio pro Brasil, o que te trouxe pra cá?
Nossa, I was living in New York, Bruna, and I was a locutor, voiceover actor there, and but I felt something kind of missing, you know. I'm a product of the 60s, so I always had this idealism. And I wanted to do something that would kind of help the world. And so I discovered the work of a Brazilian scientist named Dr. Norberto Kepi. So I came down here to study and to try to take his work back to Canada. 6 months, I came for 6 months, and 9 years, I'm still here.
E aí, apesar de você vir interessado na psicologia, nesse setor, que no Brasil é realmente um setor muito reconhecido mundialmente, você continuou o seu trabalho como locutor e acabou ganhando mercado no Brasil. Como é que as agências te procuram aqui?
Well, many. I work for many of the agencies and many, especially of the production houses that produce audiovisual presentations to use in England or Canada, United States. So more of these kind of narrations, you know, for corporate videos. But I've done some commercials too here, and I do a lot of work with various production houses. Usually it's the producer who calls me, not the advertising agency, just like in Canada, you know. We don't even know who the agency is sometimes. But all of the big ones I've worked for here, you know, JWT and Shayade and Saatchi and all of these big agencies I've worked for.
Como é que você faz para trabalhar? Porque você continua ainda atendendo os mercados canadense e americanos, né? Como é que você faz para mandar para eles as locuções? Como é que é? Você recebe um briefing? Você tem os equipamentos em casa? Como é que acontece?
I have a studio in the school, the Millennium Language School where I teach. I have a studio there, and we have what's called ISDN technology. I actually am the only one in Brazil who has this technology. So I can send my voice, digital quality, to any studio in the world that has this technology. So I do that work in my studio. And the briefing is very simple. They send me, like everybody, they send the script. Sometimes I have to audition, teste, você disse em português, né? I have to do an audition, and then they'll choose me or whoever they choose, and then I receive the script, and usually they're talking to me in the headphones, so they're saying, giving directions, so they say, happier, we want more energy, you know, the usual thing. But it's all done by what's called ISDN.
Você também trabalha como ator, você já desempenhou esse papel em alguns comerciais. Fala um pouco desse outro lado.
This is the more difficult part. You know, the moment you get a camera in the thing, you have to be worried about your face and your nose. So this is much more difficult. But you know, it's the same thing. You go for a casting call, and they do an audition with 500 people, and they decide on the personality, the look they want. It's the same here as anywhere. And then, you know, as an actor, you have to prepare to do this 30 thing in 30 seconds. Usually they take 11 hours to shoot for 30 seconds, but you have to prepare for being the correct personality that they want for this kind of thing. It's the same as anywhere in the world. But I prefer, actually, you know, Bruna, I prefer the voiceover work. Because somehow there's a magic that you can do with the voice. It's much more difficult to do with just a visual, you know? Because no matter what you look like, people expect something else. But with voice, you're totally inside a different world.
Você nasceu no Canadá, mas você ter morado nos Estados Unidos e depois aqui no Brasil, isso aumenta ainda mais a sua flexibilidade? Ajuda?
Yeah, when I came to Brazil, I was like this. You know, we're like the Germans play football in the past, you know, like an army march. We don't have this flexibility easily, and so you'll find by the time you get to the production process in the United States, the commercial has gone through so many layers of approval that you can't do anything different in the studio. You have to do the script. and any kind of ad-libbing you can't do. And in Canada, we're much more flexible than that, but here it's totally flexible. When I did the commercial for Rainha, I don't think we had a script. I think we had an idea, and then I got to just ad-lib, and and they would make suggestions, but it was totally this kind of, jeito brasileiro. It was really fun.
Pra gente encerrar, pra gente assistir agora, qual seria o filme que você pediria?
I think the best one to watch is the Fiat Tetra Fuel. This is the one I like, because it's a Brazilian commercial done in a very funny way, and it's got a very nice sense of humor. So.
Legal, então vamos assistir na companhia dele, olha, da voz do filme. Vamos ver, obrigada, adorei, tá?
Muito prazer.
Isso aí, solta aí.
Okay. Satellite's in the right position.
Okay, gentlemen, what have we got here? Zoom in on the image. Good. Focus on the Fiat factory. Good, gentlemen. Now we need to find the Tetra Fuel technology.
Okay, almost there. Doing the changes.
Just a moment.
I'm in.
O mundo inteiro vai tentar copiar a nossa tecnologia. Novo Siena Tetra Fuel, o primeiro carro do planeta que funciona com 4 combustíveis.
Houston, we have a problem.
Fiat Siena Tetra Fuel.